10 cheapest states to buy farmland in America. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe my channel. New Mexico. Although New Mexico's geography is surprisingly diverse and includes forested mountains, fertile valleys, and grasslands, much of the state is made up of desert land. The Chihuahuan Desert runs through the southern part of the state, and you can find land for sale in Deming, for instance, for under $200 per acre. Even in the central part of the state, where there's remote desert, you can find cheap New Mexico land for sale. For example, outside Bosque, there are times when you'll see land for sale for $100 per acre. 1 acre for $1,500? How about 5.2 acres for $8,850? Just look in Valencia County, NM, located about an hour from Albuquerque. Valencia County may not offer a rocking nightlife or things to do, but there are multiple parcels of land for sale, and some are part of upcoming housing developments. If being the first investor on the block isn't your thing, you could consider investing in the land until development expands and another buyer is ready to buy your property. Or bring your camper or RV and enjoy the wide open space to yourself. Often called the Land of Enchantment, New Mexico boasts an array of striking landscapes. From the Chihuahuan Desert to the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, the southwestern state's capital, Santa Fe is a popular tourist destination well known for its upscale spas, magnificent Spanish colonial architecture, and vibrant cultural scene. This thriving city is home to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum and the open-air Santa Fe Opera. To top it off, New Mexico's population and economy are on the rise. In other words, the Land of Enchantment could also be the land of opportunity for retirees looking to buy valuable vacant land. Land currently available in New Mexico can be bought for an average of $1,500 per acre. And with the state ranking as having the second most available land, there are many opportunities for eager investors. Nevada. Similar to New Mexico, Nevada made the list due to the fact that it's home to a large amount of remote desert land. Northern Nevada is located in the Great Basin. This is a desert area with hot summer temperatures and cold winter temperatures. In areas outside of cities like Wells, Lovelock, and Winnemucca, you can find cheap land for sale in Nevada in the $100 to $200 per acre range. Arizona. Another place to buy cheap land is in the Arizona desert. Although parts of Arizona include forests, canyons, and even snow skiing resorts, much of southern and western Arizona is arid desert land. It's known for having extremely hot summers, mild winters, and is home to plants such as the cactus. Although you can find cheap land for sale in Arizona throughout the state, you'll want to start by looking west and south. Right outside cities like Whitcube, Cayman, Meadview, and Bullhead City in western Arizona, you can often find land for sale in the $250, $500 per acre range. In southern areas around Douglas, Hereford, Bisbee, and McNeil, you can find properties for $400, $600 per acre. If the Grand Canyon and riding ATVs across the desert sounds like a dream, look no further than Mohave County, Ariz. For $3,500, you can buy 5 acres of land located in Topac, Ariz, in the northwestern part of the state, not far from the historic Route 66. The land is zoned for residential or agriculture. But buyers should keep in mind, this land does not have utilities available and a septic system is required. If those drawbacks don't faze you, you could buy your own piece of the desert for whatever adventures you choose. Maine. Maine obviously made our list for a different reason than the previous states. It's certainly not desert land. It's located in the New England region of the United States and is known for its jagged coastline and heavily forested timberland. It's the most northeastern U.S. state and one of the least densely populated. There's a lot of unorganized territory that consists of over 420 townships. As a result, much of the land in Maine is extremely secluded and remote, with no signs of civilization in sight. Also, land in Maine tends to come in large parcels, which can lower the price per acre, even though the total asking price may be considered relatively high comparatively. If you're looking for cheap land for sale in Maine, a good place to start is the eastern portion of the state, specifically the Northeast. In northeastern towns like Van Buren, Connor Township, and Castle Hill, you can find remote properties, sometimes as low as $450, $800 per acre. In certain eastern towns like Amity, Cary, Dyer Brook, and Linneus, you may see land tracts for $400, $700 per acre. There's also some very affordable land further south in places like Perkins Township, Franklin, and Herman for $575, $800 per acre. 5. Michigan. Michigan is home to some cheap land for the same reason as Maine. It's essentially two large peninsulas, the Lower Peninsula and the Upper Peninsula. Even though the state has a large population, there are areas of it that are remote and sparsely populated, especially the Upper Peninsula. There you can find large slices of hunting land, land with cabins, and other recreational properties. You'll even see land with water features come on the market for affordable prices. This is due to the remote, off-the-grid nature of the geography here. The peninsula is in the extreme north and surrounded by Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and Lake Huron. If you're searching for cheap land for sale in Michigan, check out the Upper Peninsula. You'll see land prices that range as low as $250, $600 per acre. Colorado. This state comes as a surprise to a lot of people, but not so much to people who live there. It's true, Colorado has some very expensive real estate in places like Aspen and Steamboat Springs, but it's also home to some desert land and some inhospitable mountain land. It also tends to come in large parcels. Surprisingly, you can find cheap land for sale in Colorado throughout the state, but it's more common in the extremes. In the desert land of the east, and especially the southeast around cities like Kim, Campo Eads, and Hasty, you can find land for sale for $680, $1,000 per acre. In the west, you'll find some desert-like conditions mixed with mountainous terrain. Here you'll see land on the market in the range of $500, $900 per acre at times. West Virginia. Situated entirely in the Appalachian region, it's no wonder West Virginia is known as the Mountain State. The terrain is almost entirely mountainous. Harper's Ferry, located in the northeast part of the state where the Shenandoah River meets the Potomac, is a popular tourist destination. Site of the famous pre-Civil War raid by John Brown, the town is surrounded by a National Historic Park, with many of the buildings open to the public as living history museums. West Virginia's economy has had significant strides and is still growing. The largest industry in the Mountain State is still coal mining, which accounted for most of West Virginia's growth. You can still find extremely affordable land in West Virginia. Depending on the location, the cost of an acre of land can be $1,000, and with only 7% of the state's land developed, there is plenty of opportunity for growth and profit. Texas. Many people think of desert land when they think of Texas, but actually less than 10% of land in Texas is considered desert. It's home to a variety of landscapes including coastline, forests, and grasslands. The catch is, Texas is so large, around 10% is still over 17 million desert acres, and you can buy cheap land there. If you're shopping for cheap land for sale in Texas, almost the entire western portion of Texas along the western New Mexico and southern Mexican border is desert. For example, in western areas like Sierra Blanca and Monahans, you can find land for $350, $600 per acre in certain cases. Towards the Mexican border in the south around cities such as Dryden and Sanderson, you'll see land prices as low as $350, $500 per acre. Oregon. Oregon is one of the United States' most geographically diverse states. You'll see everything from dense, lush forests and volcanoes to crystal clear lakes, mountains, and Pacific coastline. In addition to that, it's also home to desert and shrubland, which is where you can find cheap land for sale. If you're looking for cheap land for sale in Oregon, the western and southern parts of the state are good places to start your search. Around cities like Adel, Plush, and Bonanza, you can find land for sale in the $250, $650 per acre range. As you move north a bit to places like Christmas Valley, Summer Lake, Brothers, and then to Service Creek, you'll see some land prices as low as $300, $700 per acre. Utah. Similar to Oregon and a few other states we've mentioned, Utah is very diverse when it comes to geography. Most of the population is found in the Wasatch Front running down the center of the state. A large amount of the state is made up of rugged terrain, arid deserts, and other challenging landscapes. Because of this, you can find cheap land for sale in Utah in many parts of the state, especially the extremes. In the northwest in areas like Grouse Creek, you can sometimes find parcels for sale for as low as $150 per acre. At times, in central Oregon, parcels come on the market for $350, $750 per acre outside cities such as Delta and Fillmore. In the South, you can find land in areas like Beryl for $375, $600 per acre. What do you think about our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure hit that like button. Also subscribe our channel before you go. Thank you for watching video.